Today I fucked up by accidentally flashing my daughter's friends and becoming known as the Italian stallion in her friend group. Throwaway. So, this happened last week. But the repercussions have been hitting like a truck. To give some backstory, I'm Italian and divorced. I've been told before that I'm well endowed, which is relevant to the story I guess, even though I think I'm just an average-sized guy. I have a daughter who is 19 and I like to think I'm known as the chill guy where my daughter and her friends can come and go in my house as they please and not feel unwanted. My daughter and her friends typically spend weekends hanging out here. I give them their space, and they have a safe place to hang out. It's a win-win. With that said, let's rewind to last Saturday. My daughter mentioned that she was going to a party for the night and would be staying the night at the party location. This is fine with me. I just told her to let me know if anything changes or if she needed to be picked up to make sure she was safe. I should also mention, when I have the house to myself, I'm usually naked. I'm a bit lazy and it just feels nice to not have priorities and just be free, so to speak. Sunday morning rolls around and I wake up around 7 AM. I hop out of bed and my morning wood was in full effect. I wander downstairs to make some coffee. I'm fumbling about and that's when I notice 5 girls are asleep in my living room and I'm walking around with the tongue from the alien sticking out in my lower region. They seem as if they're still asleep, so I ninja walk up the stairs and back into my room. I was in the clear. Later on, it's just my daughter and I at home. She was more distant than usual but explained they got an Uber home due to the party being too wild. Finally she came clean and told me that her friends saw me naked. They have been referring to me as the Italian stallion now and she's super embarrassed. Fast forward to today and my daughter tells me it's still going on. To make matters worse, one of her friends messaged me asking if I'd like to hang out one-on-one sometime. I'm obviously not going to respond, but I feel like I've ruined things for my daughter and I don't know how to proceed. Too long didn't read, thought daughter and friends were gone, so walked downstairs with morning wood. They saw my alien tongue sticking out and now my daughter is embarrassed and one of her friends is hitting on me. Better Italian stallion than Little Italy or something. Of all things that didn't happen, this didn't happen the most. Yeah, I'm getting real micro-dick vibes from this. I'm sure that happened, little fella. Sounds like a story someone would make up tbh, but I could also see this happening. Most unrealistic part is the daughter's friend hitting him up that soon after seeing the schlong lamau. Today I fucked up by upvoting my fiancé's comments. My fiancé and I have very different hobbies. His hobbies were fairly common where we used to live, so he was able to get supplies, learn new skills, and make friends with the same hobbies in person. He's also an extrovert. My hobbies have always been weird and I'm an introvert, so I'm very used to using Reddit for my hobbies. Since we moved, my fiancé had been bummed out because it's harder to engage in his hobbies and find people to talk about them with. I finally convinced him to try Reddit, even though he thought it was going to be full of trolls. He made an account without telling me his username yet because he said he didn't want to be embarrassed if he did Reddit wrong, so I peeked at his username when he was away from his computer. I really wanted to support his new way to engage in his hobbies, so I was eager to give him a good Reddit experience. This is why I fucked up. I upvoted every one of his comments. He'd only made a handful, so that he would see the upvotes and feel encouraged. From my main and alt account. He saw the upvotes, asked me if it was from me, and I doubled down on my lie, saying I didn't even know his username. An hour later, my upvotes were gone, and I had an automated message about vote manipulation. Oh well, I realized I couldn't keep upvoting everything he said, but no harm no foul. This morning he checks Reddit and sees that he got the same message accusing him of vote manipulation. Now he's confused and discouraged, and I can't really back out of my lie. I did my best to convince him it was a mistake from the automod, but I think he's convinced someone reported him. I may get my account removed for this, but whatever. Edit, I came clean y'all. Too long didn't read, love leads to vote manipulation. Your only course of action now is to have flowers anonymously sent to your house with a card that reads "It was me." This is an excellent suggestion. It's likely because both of you use the same internet connection. Reddit sees that multiple accounts with same IP address upvote each other multiple times. Yeah, this is what I figured, but I'm not going to explain that to my fiancé. I did try to convince him it was automated and not someone malicious though. How funny, my husband and I do upvote each other's posts when we think of it. We know each other's names obviously. Never knew that could be an issue. However, we both post so seldom that I guess it has never cropped up. Flagging you for review now/s. I didn't know vote manipulation was a thing. Now I just want to know your fiancé's username. Only if you upvote everything he says. Kidding. Today I fucked up by sticking spaghetti in my nipple. This happened a couple of hours and I'm still ashamed. I have had both of my nipples pierced for about 5 years but stupidly never got them downsized as I kept forgetting / couldn't get to the piercer etc. So unfortunately, I kept getting them caught on things, especially the left one, leading to a slightly misshapen nipple and a bar that sat too low and too shallow. Tonight I made the sad decision to finally retire lefty. I just couldn't stand the way it looked or the thought of possibly catching it again and tearing it clean out. I decided to get creative with my send-off. I took the bar in and grabbed a stick of raw spaghetti from the cupboard, trying to stick it into the hole left behind. This was uncomfortable and it wouldn't go in, but I didn't give up there. I was determined, so instead I grabbed a bottle of lube and rubbed a few drops on before trying again. Success? I spent about 5 minutes laughing to myself, took some pictures with the idea to send them to my boyfriend with the caption spaghetti. Hilarious. I'd had my fun and now it was time to take it out. Crap. It was stuck. I tugged it, and then tugged it a little harder. Pain. I started to panic, rubbed more lube on and tried again. Didn't budge, so I decided to grab a pair of scissors and cut it as close to one side as possible so I had less to pull out. My hands are shaking, I cut the spaghetti and thankfully don't amputate my boob hat in the process. Give the spaghetti a quick, sharp tug and holy guacamole it hurts, but it's over now. Currently icing it to take down any swelling. Don't stick pasta in your nips kids. Too long didn't read, stuck raw spaghetti in my empty nipple piercing, it got stuck. Had go wield scissors way too close for comfort. Now icing a sore, but empty nip. Crap. It was stuck. I started to panic. My hands are shaking. Her palms are sweaty, knees weak, tits spaghetti. I did this once, I just had a hot shower and it slid right out afterwards. Lamau. Solution, and a snack. Saw the scissors comment and thought you were going to cut it out. My nips inverted at the thought. I mean pics or it didn't happen. I'm just glad you're okay. That sounds hilarious though. Keep an eye on it for infection obviously. Good luck, love you gesture, thank you. Definitely will be keeping it clean and keeping a close eye on it.